Hello everybody, welcome to my channel.
Alex Greenwald. The shape-shifting voice of indie rock. Alex Greenwald is an American musician, songwriter, producer, and occasional actor. Best known as the lead singer of the rock band Phantom Planet. With a career that stretches from 1990s alternative rock to 2010s indie pop and beyond, Greenwald has quietly built a legacy as one of those artists whose fingerprints are all over modern guitar music, even if you don't always realize it. Early life and musical beginnings. Born on October 9, 1979, in Los Angeles, California, Alex Greenwald grew up in a city where movies, music, and pop culture are part of the atmosphere. As a teenager, he picked up a guitar and started writing songs, drawn to the energy of rock bands and the emotional punch of well-crafted melodies. In the mid-1990s, still in his teens, he joined forces with friends to form a band that would soon be known around the world, Phantom Planet. Phantom Planet. In the era of California, Phantom Planet was formed by a tight-knit group of friends, including Greenwald on vocals, Darren Robinson on guitar, Sam Farrar on bass, Jacques Brautbar on guitar, and Jason Schwartzman on drums. What began as a youthful project in Los Angeles eventually grew into a serious band with a distinct sound: energetic, melodic rock with a cinematic feel. In 1998, Phantom Planet released their debut album Phantom Planet Is Missing, followed by The Guest in 2002. It was on The Guest that the band recorded the song that would change everything, California. When California was chosen as the theme song for the TV series The O.C., it catapulted Phantom Planet, and Alex Greenwald's voice, into global recognition. The track's mix of nostalgia, longing, and bright, driving guitars became synonymous with early 2000s youth culture. For many fans, Greenwald's soaring refrain, "California, Here We Come," became a soundtrack to an entire era. Rather than staying locked into one formula, Phantom Planet evolved. Later releases explored rougher, more garage rock and experimental sounds. Albums like Phantom Planet, self-titled, and Raise the Dead showed a band unafraid to shift direction, with Greenwald steering the change through his songwriting and vocal presence. After a hiatus, Phantom Planet eventually reunited and returned with new music years later, proving that the chemistry between Greenwald and his bandmates still had plenty of life. Beyond Phantom Planet, collaborations and side projects. Alex Greenwald has never been just the guy from Phantom Planet. His career branches into multiple bands, collaborations, and production roles. Black and experimental projects. In the 2000s, he joined the experimental LA band Black, performing under an alter ego and embracing a more theatrical, art rock style. The project allowed Greenwald to stretch beyond traditional rock songwriting, leaning into performance, concept, and atmosphere. JJAMZ and Phases. Greenwald later became part of an indie supergroup called JJAMZ, alongside musicians who were already known from other bands. The group released the album Suicide Pact, blending indie rock with pop sensibilities and a confessional lyrical style. After some lineup changes, JJAMZ evolved into Phases, shifting toward a brighter, synth-driven pop sound. With Phases, Greenwald explored catchy, polished pop while still retaining an offbeat, creative edge. It was another example of his ability to move between genres without losing his core identity. Working behind the scenes. In addition to fronting bands, Alex Greenwald has also worked as a co-writer, producer, and guest vocalist. He has collaborated with high-profile artists and producers, contributing vocals, guitar parts, and songwriting ideas. His studio work includes helping shape other artists' sounds, especially in alternative and indie rock circles. He has also released solo material, giving him space to experiment with more intimate, personal, or unconventional ideas outside the expectations of a band. Acting and on-screen work. While music is at the center of his career, Greenwald has also spent time in front of the camera. He appeared in films and TV shows as a young actor, most notably in the cult classic, Donnie Darko, where he played one of the school bullies. He has popped up in music videos, TV appearances, and later moved into composing music for film projects. This blend of music and cinema suits an artist whose songwriting often has a vivid, visual quality. Personal views and lifestyle. Alex Greenwald is known not just for his art but also for aspects of his lifestyle and beliefs. Over the years he has spoken about being vegan and has taken part in animal rights advocacy, including campaigns encouraging people to rethink their food choices. He has spent much of his life in and around Los Angeles, and that environment, sun-bleached streets, industry pressure, creative circles, can often be felt in his work. There's a recurring tension in his songs between glamour and disillusion, excitement and anxiety, which aligns with life in a city fueled by dreams and reinvention. His personal relationships have occasionally become tabloid material, especially when he was engaged to actress Brie Larson, but Greenwald himself has generally stayed away from the loud, celebrity-centric spotlight. He mostly lets the music speak. Legacy and influence. Alex Greenwald's legacy isn't just tied to one song, but it's fair to say that his voice on California is a defining pop culture moment. For an entire generation, that song instantly evokes memories of early 2000s television, friendships, heartbreaks, and road trip fantasies. But beyond that single hit, his true impact lies in consistency and reinvention, moving from teenage rock band frontman to experimental collaborator and producer. Genre hopping, navigating alternative rock, garage rock, synthpop, and more without feeling forced. Quiet influence, appearing in other artists' projects, co-writing behind the scenes, and contributing creatively in ways that don't always grab headlines. Today, Greenwald continues to work in music, whether with Phantom Planet, side projects, or studio collaborations. For listeners willing to dig deeper than the famous TV theme song, his career offers a rich, varied body of work, proof that some of the most interesting artists are the ones who keep changing shape while staying true to themselves. Alex Greenwald. A career built on reinvention. Alex Greenwald is one of those artists you've probably heard, even if you don't immediately recognize his name. As the lead vocalist of Phantom Planet, a producer, co-writer, and occasional actor, he's had a quiet but persistent presence in alternative and indie music for nearly 3 decades. His career is a study in reinvention. Same person, different eras, always evolving. Growing up in Los Angeles. Alex Greenwald was born on October 9, 1979, in Los Angeles, California. Growing up in LA meant being surrounded by film studios, music venues, and a culture that constantly mixes art with commerce. That environment is important to understanding his style. There's always something slightly cinematic about his work, big choruses, strong moods, and a sense of scene setting. As a teenager, Greenwald gravitated toward music. He learned guitar, wrote early